Hello. Hello.
Mm,
Okay, so let's go back to
yes,
yeah, okay. Now, just what I have said, actually, all the medicines that we are taking is made from a herb soy. Okay,
yes,
so the use or actually the pharmacists will going to undergo a study about that particular plant, and once they found out the medicinal value of that, they will going to process that one, and they will
yes,
going to make it as a medicine. Okay, so all our medicines that we are taking is coming from the plants. Okay, and therefore if we were going to do that one, and remember, medicines has already what we call they put a chemical in it, right?
yeah,
Okay. So according to my grandmother, it's better according to her, when she was still alive, according to her, it's better to drink the natural one rather than to drink the medicine, because medicines has its own composition already. They have chemicals already.
yeah,
Right? Do you believe also on that, Toy?
yeah, I believe.
Yeah, okay. Especially in Vietnam, there would be a lot of people in there that know, especially those who are old persons, right, Toy? Because
Yes,
they use actually herbs as the medicine. And
mm,
Vietnamese people are good for that particular looking for medicines. I because I read that one article. I forgot the name of the article, but I read an article that Vietnamese people, especially those who are old ones, are very
mm,
good when it comes to making medicinal herbs, actually. Okay, because in
yes,
Vietnam, there are a lot of herbs that can be found as medicine.
yes,
Yes. Okay,
yeah,
that will be it now. Let's try to, oh, we're done already with this one toy. Now, if you
yeah,
wanted to have a class bonus toy, you can discuss this question in groups in your country. How popular are home remedies, right? You can be able to go somewhere, like for example, to your coworkers. You can ask them, oh, what about you? What home remedies do you use at home before you
mm,
have to take medicine, right?
yes,
Okay. And is modern medicine more popular? This is now the differences of it. Toy. Before we use
the,
herbs as home
the,
remedies, but
yeah,
now we use the modern medicine. Now, do you think modern medicine are more popular than the old medicines that we have? What do you think, Toy? I guess so, right? I guess so, because the young generation now, they use actually medicine because it's easy to do it. You just have to buy
mm,
that one in the pharmacy, or you just have to buy that one in the drugstore, right? Pharmacy, and then you can be able to have that and you can drink that one, right, Toy? Not unlike with the old method of medicine, that you can go to the mountain, you have to look for the herb, and after that one you have to what is one, you have to wash that one, you have to put water in it, you have to boil in it, so there would be a lot of process, right, Toy? So therefore nowadays our young generations actually preferred modern medicine because they just can buy that one automatically and drink it, right? If they have headache, what they do? Oh, they just go to the pharmacy and buy paracetamol, and then after that drink, right? As easy
yeah, no.
as easy as that.
uh, with my family, with my baby, I don't want she take medicine
That's
because
correct,
when
Toy.
she had was the cost.
Yeah.
I often test the thing leaf vegetable and
Ah,
test for her
yeah.
when
Yeah,
if
and mix that one.
yeah if after 1 week she cannot better for her,
Oh,
I
see,
will bring
consult the
her
doctor.
to the doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
correct. That's
I don't
correct.
want to. Is it because she a big baby? I don't want to go to the pharmacy to take the
Yeah,
medicine for her.
that's
I
correct.
because we cannot know how she what is it. So I get her to see the doctor.
That's correct.
They can hear, they can see her, they can advise us, advise me
Yeah.
can what I can do for her.
That's correct. Actually, to because actually modern medicine has chemical that can damage our liver. Okay? Actually, the complications that a modern medicine can give us. So it can damage our liver. Sometimes, if you were going to drink a lot of modern medicine or tablets nowadays, you wouldn't
Yes.
know that one of these days your liver has been damaged. Okay? Not just only the liver, but also your lungs. Okay? Sometimes
Oh,
our
yes.
liver and our lungs will be affected and we wouldn't know, right? Not
Yes.
unlike with the old home remedies that we are doing before because they doesn't have a they doesn't have a side effect because it's just only a herb and it doesn't have a chemical. Not unlike with the modern medicine because they put a lot of chemicals that can damage our liver. Okay?
No.
Yeah, actually, we too here in the Philippines, we do not, my family, I do not usually rely much more on the modern medicine. If ever, because I had to ask my grandparents before, right? Oh, what is the best remedy for like let's say for example, if they have a cough, right? So what is the best home remedy if they have a cough? So my grandparents told me, oh, you have to get some of these herbs, okay, and then
Mm.
after that one, you have to boil them, and then once you already the juice is there, or you need to take out the leaves, and then you need to put some honey on that particular boiled water, and then let it drink, and it's effective actually, Toy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's effective, okay? Not unless if you have the so-called a very complicated sickness like cancer, right? Like so if you have a cancer, so you what is one? Herbal medicines doesn't work anymore. So you need to consult your doctor so that the doctor can give you modern medicine for cancer. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that would be it, Toy. Now, there's a question in here again. Do you prefer to use home remedies or modern medicine and why? Oh, we already answered that one now. Okay?
Yeah.
So now, now we're done with this lesson, Toy. Now let's try to do the checklist now. Pick what you can do. Can you understand medicine instructions?
Yes, I can do.
Yes. You can give instructions and advice.
Yes, I can do.
Yes, the one that we did that you should take. Okay, like for example, if you have a headache, what advice you can give? You should take paracetamol.
Yes.
Okay, so you can give an advice. I can explain what something is.
Yes.
Yes, okay, the one that we are doing in here, you can explain what something is this one. Okay, so that would be it, Toy. Wow, nice, very good. So if you don't have any more questions with this, let's proceed with our new lesson today. And it's all about Unit 7. How about a hostel? Okay,
Oh,
now,
top. Yes.
yes, you know what's a hostel?
Maybe.
You haven't heard that one? Okay. Actually, later on, we're going to know what's a hostel. But before we have to listen and speak toy, let's try to match the accommodation in here from in 1 to 4 to the correct description. The first one has been done for you. Guest house is these are sometimes called a bed and breakfasts. This is usually a private house where you get your own room. Breakfast is usually included, and sometimes all meals are included too. Sometimes you have to share a bathroom. So that is a guest house. Have you tried that one? Let's say, for example, in going somewhere on a trip toy, which do you prefer? Let's say, for example, on going on a business trip or going with a trip with your family, what do you prefer? Is it a hotel or is it a guest house?
Maybe we get a hotel.
Because hotel nowadays is more convenient rather than a guest house, right? Okay,
Yeah.
why? Because when we are talking about the guest house, actually, toy, these are just a house, and then all of the guests there are sharing what? Sharing bathroom.
Yes.
Okay, although you have your own room, okay, you can get your own room, okay, and sometimes breakfast or all meals are included in that particular guest house because this is a private house. But let's say, for example, if there are 100 guests in that private house, so you will going to have to share bathroom together. So
Oh,
it's not nice, right? Because there is no privacy for the guest house. It's okay if you just have only the guests. But what if there would be a lot of guests, right?
yes.
Okay, so if there would be a lot of guests, you don't have a privacy. Let's say, for example, if you wanted to go to the bathroom and then you want to pee, you want to poop, right? And then there is someone there inside. So what happened? So it's not convenient, right, Toy? Okay,
Yes.
next. What about when we say campsite? What is a campsite?
Uh,
Okay. Have you experienced having a camping, okay, in the mountain, and then you just have to sleep in a tent?
D.
Yes, actually campsite. But actually, Toy, when I was still no if during the time that I don't have I'm not yet married, actually I keep on going to a campsite, Toy, because that's my
Oh,
hobby, actually, okay, because I love nature. So I go places, okay, from one place to the other, and we just sleep in a tent, actually, Toy. But
yes.
there is disadvantages of that. Sometimes you can go to a place that there are a lot of mosquitoes. You cannot
Yeah.
sleep.
It's
So, but it's
I you.
yeah, so there will be a lot of mosquitoes, there will be a lot of insects biting you. So when you go home, you have a lot of bites of insects. Okay?
Yeah. You
And
can use the poor rock to
yeah, yeah, you
to
can you can do that one, but
no.
sometimes mosquitoes are immune to that. Even though you can put your, let's say, for example, put a insect repellent, right? Mosquito repellent, but still they can bite you. And sometimes they just going to inside here
Yes.
on your
Yes, cannot
when you are
sleep.
sleeping. When you are sleeping, the mosquitoes are going to on your ears. So the thing that in a campsite, it's not actually good for the family, right? So if
Yes.
you are together with your family, especially if you have children, oh, do not go to the campsite too, because it's not convenient. But if you are still let's say for example, if you're not yet married, yeah, it's okay. It's okay because you can sometimes you can sleep all throughout the night. Why? Because you just have to do an activity in there. You were going to set up bonfire. You know what's a bonfire, Toy?
Bonfire.
Yeah, bonfire. So you just have to set up, okay? There would be logs and fire. So you are going to create a fire, right? And then so that that particular fire can make
Mhm.
your body warm, because sometimes in a campsite it's cold in there, right? So it's
Yes.
cold, and if you have a bonfire, actually you can be able to get rid of the mosquitoes and get rid of the insects from biting you, okay?
Oh,
Because
yeah,
they
yeah.
are afraid of the fire. Okay, so
Mm.
you can start your activity in there. So you can have a lot of activities in there. Okay, and in a campsite toy, there are usually toilets and showers too. Okay, there are usually toilets and showers too, but sometimes there are no shops because that's in the mountain.
Mm.
In the mountain, actually, if you were going to go to a campsite, and if you wanted to put up tent, actually, if you wanted to go through the peak of the mountains, there would be no toilets and showers in there.
Yes.
Okay. So there would be no toilets and showers in there. Okay. And you cannot see shops in there because it's in the peak of the mountain. Okay. So
Yes.
that's a campsite. Next, letters number 3. What do you think would be is hostel?
Now, A.
Yes, okay. Now we know already what's a hostel. Actually, a hostel toy usually sleep in a large room with other guests. So you were going to sleep together with other guests. So you don't have privacy. Or let's say, for example, if there would be 100 guests, so you were going to sleep together in a large
Yeah.
room. Or what if you have children, right? It's not a good thing to do.
Yes.
Sometimes we call this hostel as a dorm. Okay, when
Yeah.
I was still studying, I lived in a dorm toy. Okay,
Yes.
I live in a dorm until such time that I finish college. So I live in a dorm. Okay, so there is often a kitchen. Yes, that's usually the how a dorm or how a hostel looks like. Then you can
Mm.
make your own meals, and sometimes there's also a bar in that particular hostel. But if you are living in a dorm, actually, there is no bar. Okay, why? Because dorms are a place, okay, or is a place that students are renting, right? So that you are just paying the the amount monthly for that particular dorm. So
Yes.
dorm actually is used for students. But if we are going to say hostel, that is just only for short period of time, like you're just going to stay there for 2 nights, for 3 nights, but not all throughout the year. So that's a hostel. And definitely hotel is
B. Letter
it's
B.
letter B. Now look at this one. Hotel actually is more convenient. Why? Because you have your own room, you have your own bathroom, and
Yes.
sometimes breakfast is often included in the price. And you
Yeah.
can sometimes have other meals too. Okay, if you can be able to find or book a hotel that have free meals 3 times a day. Like when we go to Thailand, actually, Toy, together with my boss when I was still working, uh, we went to Thailand, and the accommodation that we got is there would be free meals, meal in the morning, meal the lunch, and in the evening.
Huh?
Yes. And that particular meal
Great meal.
toy would be eat all you can.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's superb actually. That was the that was the first experience that I had when we go to Thailand. Okay? And
Mm.
the food, wow. It's also delicious, okay?
Yes, yes.
So we what we do in the evening is we just eat until we are full.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
in the evening because actually in lunch actually we cannot lunch in the we cannot do the lunch in the hotel. Why? Because we are out. Okay, we are going to some places
Really?
and we just eat lunch in there. But what we did is in the evening we eat all throughout
Yeah.
the evening. Yeah, right? Okay. So that's the benefits of hotel. Okay,
Yes.
now question in here, Toy. Which of the places above you think is cheapest? Oh, that's the question now, right? And which is the most expensive?
I think the
The cheapest
camp
one.
campsite
Site.
cheap
Yes. Okay, so campsite actually is the
cheap.
most cheap, cheapest. Okay,
Yes.
because there is no good accommodation, right? So
Yeah.
that's the best. What's the next one?
The hotel is the most
Yes.
expensive.
Okay, but the second is hostel,
The
right?
second,
The
yeah,
most expensive is the hotel. It depends on the accommodation, right? And then the
yeah.
third one is the hostel.
Huh.
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
So
why two hotel? How about guest
I
house?
okay, guest house, sorry. So guests house. So the hostel is the second, and the
Yes.
third is the guests house. Okay. So guests house. Okay. So there would be it. So this is now the order from the cheapest to the most expensive.
Yeah.
But if you try to look at the accommodation actually in a hotel is more convenient, especially if you are family, right, Toy?
Yes.
Yeah, compared to the campsite or the hostel. Okay, so we will going to continue this one on the next meeting, Toy. That's going to be on Friday. Okay,
Yes.
so we will just going to continue this one on Friday. Do you have questions, Toy?
No more
No
question,
more.
teacher.
Okay. Remember your homework, huh? Okay, so
Yes.
you are going to record this one. Okay. So thank you so much, Toy. Bye and see you on
Right,
Friday.
teacher.
Bye
Thank you.
bye.